Hey guys, welcome back to CodeMC. My name is Code. So today we're doing something a little bit different. You notice we're not on the CodeMC server. We are actually in a single player creative world right now because we are going to talk a little bit about the new 1.17 update and some new textures. So I know there's been probably about 1,000 different people right now out there doing 1.17 snapshot walkthroughs and, what's new and what's going on, stuff like that. So I'm not going to talk about all the different new stuff that's in 1.17. There are plenty of other guys out there who have done, reviews and walkthroughs on the 1.17. So what I think we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about the Faithful Texture Pack. I'm going to link the information on the Faithful Texture Pack in the description, but we're going to talk about how much better I think the Faithful Texture Pack makes Minecraft. Here we are right now in the new snapshot. We can see some of the new blocks such as the tinted glass. We have the glow lichen, the azalea here, the tuff and calcite blocks here as well, and then the copper stuff. So this is I forgot to turn that thing on. This is the default textures right now. These are the textures that come with the new snapshot, but what I'm here to talk about is a new texture pack released by the Faithful team. So Faithful team has multiple different texture packs actually, and they are actually releasing texture packs right now for the new snapshots. And it includes, I like working with the new textures anyway. These textures here, they're okay. They are what they consider 8-bit textures, or 16-bit, maybe that's what it is. And Faithful releases texture packs that are twice the resolution. So as you can see, it's very blocky and stuff like that. A lot of these new textures look really cool, but I always felt like they could look better. This is modern day computing. But I always thought they could look better. So let's check out this new Faithful texture pack for the new blocks here on 1.17. And here we are back with the new texture pack activated. And as you can see, the user interface here already looks better. Everything's sharper, and just better overall. And here we are. We now have the new texture pack installed. As you can see, the grass is twice as much resolution on it. The details on things like the calcite block and the tuff block are just way nicer. And I got the spyglass here. We'll look here over at a grass block, and you can just see there's just so much more detail. And things like the moss block here, the moss carpet. Now, I believe this is what are these? These azalea leaves, sorry, and the flowering azalea leaves and the regular azalea leaves. These have not been updated to the new textures. So you can see that, this block here has twice as many pixels as this one here does. You can see it also here on the bushes. These are new. These are retextured as well. And then even things like blackstone and glow lichen here, as you see, are much higher resolution. So looking at some of the new blocks here, obviously the skulk sensor, which is kind of annoying. I'm going to take this thing away because it's so loud. The skulk sensor here, you can see is twice the resolution. This just looks so much better in my opinion. It's nowhere near as blocky and as annoying. Here's a quick example of a Redstone Lamp, as you see here as it's lighting up. This thing I think this looks 100,000 times better than the actual redstone block or redstone lamp that's in the original texture pack. Over here are just some small examples of some of the older textures. This is the netherite block, and here we have the ancient debris. And you can see these already look so much more detailed and better than the original textures in this one. Now, these are two older blocks. These exist in these, so these are nothing new here, but we come over here a little bit and we'll see here's the new candle, which is in the 1.17, and they are again twice the resolution. Here is the amethyst block and the budding amethyst, and you can see these just have so much more detail to them. And same here goes with the copper. The copper, you can actually see the sheen across them. A couple different forms of copper here we can look. Even the ore itself looks pretty cool. Lightning rod that you can make out of copper. Here's the dripstone and the dripstone block, and you can see once again just so much more detail. And then things like the drip leaf here. This is a really, really good looking texture on this thing too. And then of course here are, what are these? These are Spore Blossom here. And just look how much more detail they have. The particle effects just look awesome on it. So much better. And then, of course, you have things like the glow item frames and the item frames. Now, these have not been updated, as you can see. Well, actually, the item frame has, but you can see the glow item frame here has not. You can see how low resolution it is. So I'm hoping that'll get updated. The rooted dirt here has not been updated yet, but the roots have. So you can see they are a much higher resolution, but the rooted dirt is not. It's still pretty blocky in textures. I'm going to take this skulk sensor out so it will stop making noise much better. And then we can also take a look at things like the glass even already look better. Now, this is not optifying glass. This is just a regular texture pack glass that we have on here. And already you can see, I mean, it looks a lot closer to the optifying glass than some of the other ones. But here's the tinted glass as well. It has been updated with a higher resolution. And even things like ores here have a much higher resolution. So they just look better when you come through. So one of the new blocks that was just added in the snapshot is this one here, and this is called the Grimstone, which is right here, Grimstone. And there are a couple different types here. We have, I believe, polished. We have Grimstone. Actually, let's just look it up here to be sure. We have the regular Grimstone. We have polished Grimstone, Grimstone bricks, Grimstone tiles, and then the chiseled Grimstone. And you can see them all right here. And it's a good looking block. The colors here are a little bit different. I actually forgot this one here. The colors here are a little bit different than like Blackstone. So I don't know if this would go well with Blackstone, but this is honestly what I think is more black than the Blackstone. Because if we look at the Blackstone here, we'll just do polished and we'll grab the bricks here real quick. This is the Blackstone, and honestly, these have a little bit of a purple tint to them, I think. And so compare that right beside the Grimstone here, and that is a much neater texture, I think. Now, obviously, this new Grimstone was just released today, so this is not included in this texture pack. But we'll look at the ores here, and these are included. And let's actually go underground here real quick and take a look. Some of the caves here. Actually, let me turn on some night vision here real quick. Okay, so we're underground now. Sorry if it's a little jumpy. These all the new textures and stuff on this snapshot are not completely optimized like I think they should be yet, but that's okay. Optimization will come as time moves forward. So let's take a look in here, and this is one of the amethyst geodes here, and with this texture pack, obviously, you can just see this is absolutely incredible. Let me turn this texture pack off really quick, and let's take a look to see what it looks like with the original textures. All right, here we are back with the original textures, and as you can see, nowhere near as highly detailed. The blocks look a little bit plain in my opinion. Now, one thing you will notice is that these ores here do look a little bit different, and that is because in this new snapshot, they have updated the actual ore textures. So the ores will look a little bit different from what they did before, but no, this is not a enhanced or increased ore texture here from the texture pack. This is the default right here. It does look a little bit different, but as you can see, the defaults here, I mean, they look kind of plain, kind of blocky. And as we are right here, you can see these are the default textures here. And let's flip over one more time to the new Faithful texture pack for these snapshots. We'll take a look here. And here we are. Such a huge difference in my opinion. Everything just looks better. It looks nicer, it looks sharper, and it looks more modern. We are in 2021 here. So, I kind of would expect it to have a little bit higher resolution from default on the Minecraft textures. But, overall, these look pretty good. Now let's go take a quick look at some of the old or the existing textures, such as some of the natural generation that we'll see here. So things like gravel, as you can see here, are so much higher resolution. The diorite there, you can see, is just so much higher resolution. It doesn't look anywhere near as bad, in my opinion, as the diorite in the default texture pack. We have some quartz over here, looking so much better, just so much more resolution. Everything just looks better, in my opinion. Even down to things like the wood over here and flowers. Look at the resolution of this flower right here. You can actually see some details on it. Hi, pig. And other flowers here, the wood, the leaves, everything looks so much better, including things like lava. Just once again, better textures, and that is why I love the Faithful texture pack. So I will put a link in the description of where you can find and download this texture pack for yourself. And this is also the new snapshot, and of course I will include the links for downloading the new snapshot as well. But it's usually just easiest if you're on your Minecraft launcher, just to go down and hit latest snapshot, and you'll be able to play with this stuff and check out these new blocks. I really appreciate you guys tagging along. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.